All right. Hey, Derek. Good to have you here, man. Lots to go through today. This is one big update. Let's see here. All right. I think everything is good. We're all settled. Let's open this up. Okay, so update 1.8. God, there's so much stuff that came through in this update. I'm obviously not going to go through every single detail. What I will do later is I mean, there's links everywhere to get the full update list, but I'll leave a link below. Anyway, I think there's so many things that they've been working on behind the scenes to really bring the force feedback and physics, evolve it and really make it that much better that it's just I've tested it really briefly for about 15 minutes about an hour ago, and it's actually really impressive the work that they've done behind the scenes. So there's a lot of things that they've changed and updated here, but it really, like I said, a lot of it is the force feedback and the physics is the big thing behind here. So let's get in here for the one of the big things. One of the big things is this new BMW. So we have the new M4 GT3. This is, if you've been in iRacing playing with that, this is was added not too long ago. It's a really nice car. I'm not really a big huge BMW fan, but I do like this car. I've had a lot of fun with it in iRacing, but it's nice to see that here. So these are obviously the current driver list: Philip Eng, Augusto Farfus, and Jesse Krohn. Those are the current models, the current guys driving this series for 2021. But again, with this addition, they've added the 2021 series. So with the 2021 series, you get all the updated versions of the cars. So there are the new liveries, the entries, hence the reason we have the BMW M4 GT3 added. So really good thing for there. The drivers, the championship season has also been added into that as well. One of the big things I've been really excited about for the fact that they were going to add to this is the DLSS and FSR for those who have AMD chips or AMD card or AMD boards. Sorry. I know DLSS helps, especially with a game like this. This game already consumes a lot of power. You need, pretty much top end CPU, top end graphics card to run this at anything above, medium or high. So to have DLS added to this, I think it's a really good thing. So I'm excited to try that out. I didn't put it on earlier. I would just want to run the game without the DLSS so I could see what it's like going into it. But the other thing that they've done, which is really great, might not seem like a big deal, but it actually does have a huge impact, is they've updated the Unreal Engine. So they're using the latest version of the Unreal Engine, which I believe, I can't remember the number exactly, but it was 426 or 425. I think it's 426 actually. So that is going to have an impact on a lot of things. And for somebody reading the update list going, okay, yeah, they've updated the Unreal Engine, it might not seem like a big thing. Yeah, yeah, Derek. I mean, the DLSS is really a big thing, and I'm sure for FSR as well. FSR can actually work with the NVIDIA cards too. Not sure how they're going to work in conjunction with each other. I will give them a try and see if they benefit. The other great thing about that is that it works in VR too. And I just literally 5 days ago got a new VR. I got the new Reverb G2, so I will try that out. But again, going back to that Unreal Engine, it's going to have an impact on all the lighting, the shaders, color. If you're using camera, all those camera changes of the depth of field is going to have an impact on it as well. So it will take an impact on the overall look and feel of the game. So that's a good thing. There's a couple little animations they've added for wheel users. If you have any of the Fanatec wheels, and I can only speak on Fanatec wheels because I don't have SimiCube or Logitech wheels, but if you have any of the rotary switches, apparently they've added the animations for that as well too. So, and aside from that, they've added, the open season. So open season is great because then it just allows you to customize it, how you want, exactly the way you want to run the series, whether you want to run mixed or you want to run a specific discipline. You can really, the FSR doesn't work with, oh, for vomit. Yeah, definitely don't want to try that. I've been actually, just on a side note, I've been spending probably the last 4 or 5 days trying to, optimize the VR because, oh my God, it's spending so much time in every settings menu possible, from Steam VR settings to Windows mixed reality settings, trying to get it right. And I think I finally managed. That's why I haven't done any videos yet, because I'm trying to get it right. It's been so frustrating, but we're getting there. So the other thing is there's a lot of quality of life improvements. So a lot of things here and there, whether it's when you're doing multiplayer, when you're running servers, whether it be, through the menus, whether it be through, the HUD, all these little things that they've tweaked have really been on quality of life. But the biggest thing is the physics. So the physics have had a major overhaul. And what I'm going to show you right now is, like, you'll see that it reflected in the force feedback as well. You see here, it's up to 400 hertz now. It was at 333, so they've updated that to 400 hertz. And basically what that means, without getting like all technical, and I'm not somebody who can go down that road of really getting technical, I do understand it, but without getting too technical, the physics refresh rate, the higher they can give you a physics refresh rate, the more fidelity you're going to get in your wheel and what you're feeling through coming from the car. You'll have better control, especially when you're going through corners and you're feeling the load on the tires and you're feeling, the loss of grip. You're going to get a lot more detail, and in turn, basically what that means is that you're going to have a better understanding of what the car is doing. So all that is supposed to translate really well, the higher the frequency. The only downside is the higher the frequency, the more it consumes power. But I think maybe in conjunction with the DLSS that they've added, or the FSR that they've added, you can maybe have a little bit of a trade-off there to run this game smooth. And from what I've seen so far from the GT World stream yesterday and from the Assetto Corsa stream and the preview, is that it looks to be running really smooth. So I'm quite excited for that. They've also added here, oops, I don't want to have that on. So they've added a new damper aside from the dynamic damping. So the dynamic damping, if you use Fanalab, as I've said in other videos, I shut the dynamic damping off in Fanalab and I use it in game. Now they've added the damper, which basically works to control what your damper on the wheel. So if you have a Fanatec wheel and you're setting the damper settings, this will enable how much damper that affects in game. So that's really great to see that they keep adding these little things here and there to enable more support for wheel control. So, and what else? I think, everything across the board really has been improved. But what I want to look at is, let's take a look at these cars in the 2021 series, and let's take a look at some of the liveries they've added here. So let's go through one by one. Oh, that's the 2019, 2024. Well, there's no liveries for this one here. There's one new livery. That's the 20. That's a nice one, actually. I like that color combination. That's pretty cool. Let's see what else. These are my cars. There's nothing there. I believe there might be some in the Ferrari Tempesta. No, that was there before. I don't think there was anything in that one. What other cars? Nothing in this. The Lamborghini will definitely have. This one's new. This is the 20. That's 2021. Yeah, that's 2021. This, we've seen it in the trailer. Orange. What else? Oh, that's my car. I was gonna say that's pretty nice. I was gonna say that's really nice livery, and I forgot that's my car. Okay. This here, Grasser Racing Team. Also, these are some of the ones that have already been in there. Lexus probably doesn't have anything updated. Why is she frozen? There's nothing in the Lexus. Oh, for some reason I always have a liking for black and gold. God, this just looks so sharp. It's weird for McLaren to see black and gold like that, but it does look really nice. That's a pretty sharp looking livery. Inception. Pretty cool. And what else? Anything on the Nismo? Nope. And the Porsche. Oh, that's the GT3R. Okay, this one we saw in the trailer as well. There's a few new ones here. Yeah. I'm like more of a minimalist, so I don't really go for really busy. Oh, that's a nice look at it. In memory of the victims of the flood disaster. That's cool. Rutronic racing. Pretty cool. I know I'm dying to get out there and race, so I want to go through these. That metallic is nice there. It's got a sharp edge to it. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, so some really nice liveries. What I do like though, let's go back to this M4 GT3, and they've added the Fanatec Bmw Wheel, which just released a couple of days ago. So if you got a chance to pre-order that, that was released a few days ago. So this is really exciting. And I know there's been a lot of mix on whether the one that Fanatec is offering you is actually the same as the one that's in the car. And I can tell you it is the exact same thing. It is not a replica. It is not a cheapened version. What you're getting is the real deal. So, so yeah. So look at that. Let me see. Can I get? I wanted to get a closer shot of that, but I can only move right or left. So. Yeah, you know what? So let's get out there and drive this BMW. And I want to feel this force feedback. So where should we go? Which track? Do we do a German track for a German car? Nurburgring? Yeah, Nurburgring's a good track. So let's go to Nurburgring. And we'll do a practice. I want to go a little bit more midday. Okay. And we're going to take the Beamer, the M4 GT3. I want to be Philip Eng. For now, I think that looks good. Okay, and then what I'll do is I'll go through my settings that I have. Vomit rocket. That's funny. All right. Okay, so let me just quickly go through. So my settings again, if you want to see, I have a settings video for all the different ones, and this is the exact same settings. I haven't changed anything yet. I haven't even added any of the damper here, this new feature that they've added, but I will just go through my settings really quickly. On my wheel, I have it set to 65 in the force feedback. I still have the scale at peak. The natural damper, I have it set to 15. Natural friction and natural inertia, both of them have off. The interpolation on, this is on the DD1, so I have it set to 3. The force feedback intensity, I have it at 80. My force at 100. Spring, I have it off. And then damper, I have it at 50. And the MPS function, if you want it to work for setting your traction control and your ABS, put it on to constant. You want me to go to Magny-Cours? Oh, there's no Magny-Cours. Yeah, that's true. It's not in yet. But if you watch the video, if you watch that trailer that they, what do you call it, the keynote that they did yesterday, you'll see at the end of the video, it looks like Circuit of the Americas is there. And it also looks like there was another track. I can't pick out the other track. And also the new Porsche. The 911 Cup 2. I think I picked that one out. So if you look at that video at the very end after they show them eating pizza, you'll pick that out. Okay, so that's basically my settings. Let me just go down here, make sure I have the right profile loaded. I have my Formula V2, so we'll load that up. Okay.
Green light. Give it all you can.
I will give it all I can. Yeah, I have a feeling they're going to add an American DLC to add those. Coda, I would love any day. I know you were just there, but Coda's a great track. So let's see if we get a couple of different views out of this. That nose, that front of that car looks so mean. And you can see it is a bit softer looking because I do have the DLSS on now. So I'll show you. Let's go into graphics. So there's a few different things that they've added here. So these are my settings here, but they do have the DLS. I did have it enabled and I do have it unbalanced. And I am finding it a bit sharp, a bit soft. So I'm going to add a bit more sharpness. Let's add a bit there, maybe 10. I don't have the FSR enabled right now, so I'll leave that off for now. We'll try it just with the DLSS. And then what else do they add? No other changes here. No other new settings. The tone mapping has been updated. I know that's because of the Unreal Engine, but again, we'll see those effects because of the Unreal Engine update. But that's pretty much the settings I'm running. And this is on a 3840 by 1600. I have the frame limit at 119. I know I'll never get that because I'm running an RTX 2070. So I know, well, you never know now with this new DLSS update. So let's apply that and see what this is like. Okay. Yeah, I don't want that view. Let's go with this view. We'll back up the seat a bit. All right, so let's get out there and see what this force feedback feels like in the physics. Oh, do you see the numbers? The RPM? Getting that ghosting on there. Pretty smooth going through the corners though, there's no stutter. The sound's great. Yeah, I'm gonna try and get myself an RTX 30 series. Maybe a 3080 or Ti, or 3090 might be a little overkill for my PC. I'd have to get a new case for it. I'm just gonna pay attention now to see how it feels, if I can feel that difference. Oh yeah, I can feel it under braking. Definitely a difference there. I can feel more what's happening with my my discs, if they're overheating or not. Yeah. Let me try some. I need to take it on some of those corners or high-speed corners. So, what I'm going to try and do, let's do one quick update here. And I'm going to add a bit of this in-game damper. Let's see. The dynamic damping. And we'll leave everything as is. That's good. Yeah, it's not bad. Let me see. I mean, it looks good in car. I don't like to drive when I see the steering wheel because it throws me off, so I'll drive like this for a bit just to see how the DLS is going to work. Get these tires up to temp. Actually, what I do want to see, so let's see if we have the animation. See, they did add the animation if you have the rotaries. I'm just doing my rotary switch. That's cool. All right. Yeah, I'm really liking this feel. Yeah, this is the new driver, latest update. Even just adding a bit of that sharpness, that 10 on the DLSS sharpness helped it a lot because it was looking a little bit too soft. What we need to do though is I'm going to test this with a full grid of cars and to see how it handles that. Still feels a bit lighter than me. I think I need to boost my force feedback a bit. So I have my ABS set at 4. I'm going to boost it up a bit though. So I want to see as it kicks in. how much I feel it under braking. Not much there. It does feel good though. I'm trying to ride a lot of these curves. I want to see what it feels like when you're under loss of grip and you feel the tires overheat. Let's see here. I'm going to brake really late. So I have my brake force setting on my wheel is at 50%, actually at 55. So I don't basically pushing halfway on my brake, and it's going full, so that it helps activate the ABS really quick. So you can see my brake pedal is halfway right now. I'm not even full. Yeah, there is halfway now. So I feel like I need to boost my in-game force feedback a bit more though. I think with the change in the way the force feedback and the physics is, I may be able to add more, and I won't get any clipping. See, I'm not getting anywhere near the clipping right now. Okay, so I'm just going to go in here. Let me boost the in-game force feedback. So I have it at 60, so let's go up to 66. Dynamic damping is fine there. We'll leave that at that. Okay, so what I'm going to do, let me just restart this. Okay.
Green light. Go, go, go.
And I spent a little bit just before trying to get my rev LEDs to match in Fanlab to create a profile for that. It's still a bit off. I need to get the RPMs down a bit more, but it's looking good. And I'm using the Formula V2 wheel for this one to try and get as close to same wheel type as in-game. Kind of odd driving a Porsche wheel with the BMW. Yeah, don't worry. I never drive like this. I just noticed something. Hold on a second. No, okay. That was placebo. I was thinking my force feedback was better on the exterior view, but no. Yeah, that 66 setting in game is much better. Yeah, you could definitely feel a lot more what's happening when you're going around these corners. Just at the moment where you feel like you're going to lose that back end. Tires are getting up to good temperature, and All right, let's get into a race. We need to try this with some other cars, but you know what? It feels really, really nice. You wouldn't believe the how much they can evolve a game. It's crazy. So let's you know what? Let's go into multiplayer. Maybe there's some. Of course, we want to take the BMW GT3. Get in the server. See if there's any servers we can get in. 24 Nurburgring. 3 wide. How many people? 24. Let's do that. Yeah. Perfect. All right, let's set up the aggressive here. Traction control 4. 4. Actually 5 and 4. 5 and 4. How much time we have? We only have 2 minutes left. I won't get even a chance to get a lap in, but oh no, it's done. I won't even. That's fine. It's always best to fight from the back. Let's go, let's go. So if there's anything else you guys want to see, let me know. I'd be happy to go through some of the menus. Like I said, there's nothing really updated here aside, like in the menus, aside from, you know, the Dlss Fsr. Nothing else have been added there. Let's go through audio. Obviously nothing in the audio. Nothing has changed there. Controls I showed you in general. Nothing has been added there as well. Actually, yes, the 16:9 broadcast cameras. So if you're running league races or you're broadcasting or anything like that, or streaming, you can now get the support for the 16:9, which is really cool. That's good to see. Forgot that they added that. So that's been added. Nothing insists. And all the HUD details are all still the same. So a lot of it is really quality of life. It's all under the hood, for lack of a better word. All right, into the rate. Wait a second, am I 45th? What better way to test out DLSS than be on a 48 car? Is it really? Are we really 48 drivers? No, we're not. 23, okay. I was gonna say, what? Perfect. So I'll try and talk a bit. I'm not gonna be able to talk too much, but let's see. You know, I don't mind starting this far back because it's always fun to, you know, to just fight your way back up the grid. Ooh. Yeah, so really nice to see. Actually, this is going to be a big week because there's another big update dropping, and that's going to be 1.6, I think it is, with 1.26 with Automobilista 2. That'll be another big one. Lots and lots action happening in the sim racing world. It's really cool. Let's hope this this runs smoothly and I don't get in an accident and win the whole race. We have 20 minutes. Overall amateur. Silver. There has been updates on the stats as well back in the main menu. I'm not sure exactly. I haven't checked it out, but there has been a few updates that they've done there. We'll see. Yeah, this update came out a couple hours ago at 9 o'clock, I believe it was. All right, I need to adjust my seat up a little bit higher. Yeah, looking a little bit better. You could tell there's a bit more softness though because of the DLSS. And there has been an update on the formation lap, or actually not in this, but it's in the hot lapping. Prior to starting the hot lapping, I think there's something to do with the line that you're taking. Yeah, it definitely feels really nice. If you haven't tried it yet, you're going to really enjoy it. I think what they've done to the physics has been really good. Even just at low speed, I'm feeling a lot more detail through my tires, my wheel. Come on, boys. Move up.
Green light. Go, go, go.
Here we go.
Car on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the right.
Thanks.
Clear on the right.
I'm going to take it easy. I'll let a few others take themselves out.
Car on the right. 3 wide. All clear. Clear on the right. Yellow flag, yellow flag. Be careful there.
That's the one thing you got to be patient.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Till these tires get warmed up, because it's not worth it trying to be really aggressive on lap 1 and then just lose all your position because you have no temperatures in your tire. Oh shoot.
Clear on the left. Got some light damage on the front.
Hopefully I can still get through. He's trying to take me on the inside.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Yeah, I don't have much turn-in control because that front bumper, I think, is... Yeah, I can... That's actually the really great thing, is you can feel it a lot more now. I can feel my front is damaged. What position am I? 11th. Let's shut some of this stuff off. Alright, time to just settle in. That damage is going to be... That's going to be a crutch the whole race. Yeah. Come on, turn. Yeah, I really like this car. It does feel massively different compared to iRacing. But then again, iRacing, not the best when it comes to physics. I usually like a bit lighter force feedback, but having this at 65 on my wheel and 66 in the game, feeling good, but I need to... Oh, I have no braking. I can feel it there. Normally I can turn in a lot better, but I can't turn in. But that's actually not a bad thing to feel what it feels like when you have damage on the car, but it is definitely coming through. I just gotta try and push and make up a few positions. Oh, my safety rating went down. I had it at 90. But all things considered, for me anyway, running with all these things going on in the background, streaming and everything, having my graphics, you know, running at 3840 1600, it's still running pretty smooth. Hopefully it's coming through on the stream. Yeah, I have to brake a lot earlier. Yeah, see, it's not turning in. I can feel I can feel that loss of control in my front. Yeah, it's just understeering like crazy. Gotta try and cool my front temperatures down. Add a bit more brake to the front. Yeah, if I can get those fronts down a little bit, that front right, which is going to be tough on a track like this. Let's try a different view in a second once I can get on a straight here. Just see how smooth it runs. Yeah, it's actually running pretty smooth. What you're seeing, that wheel, all of that is coming through my wheel. That's exactly what I'm feeling. Whereas before, you'd be turning, you would see that, but you wouldn't actually feel that much detail coming through.
Watch out. There's a slow car ahead. Yellow flag, be careful there.
It's all those finer little details, and that's what having that higher frequency gives you. You get a little bit more of that detail. It almost actually feels like a new game, really. I mean, I'll have to try out some of the cars that I typically take. Like the Aston Martin is one that I run quite often, the V12. The AMG, the Bentley's one I like to take, so I'll have to take those out and see how much different it feels, because those ones that I run quite often, so I'll know right away how different it is. Now that the tire temperatures are getting balanced, it's feeling a little bit better. Almost halfway. Oh no! Do you see what I just realized something? I'm so stupid. I had my qualifying fuel and I forgot to reset it to my race fuel, so this is gonna go down the drain. Let me just make sure I can get. Actually, if anybody can, I don't think this is, I think this is actual, just the way it's set, but you can't see your mouse when you go into, because I don't want to change the tires and I don't want to fix any of the car. So the problem is when you're trying to get your mouse to hover over, I'll show you in a second, try and do it when I'm not going through a corner. 561. So you see how I'm trying to get over the tire, but it just won't let me. I don't know if there's a workaround for that, but it's frustrating.
Yellow flag accepted. We are at the halfway mark, still a long way to go.
I managed to get it. I'm gonna have to go in because I'm not gonna have any fuel left. Turn. I'm gonna let him pass because there's no way, it's not even worth it for me to fight him because I'm gonna have to go in and get fuel. Yeah, I'm gonna have to dip in now because I won't have another opportunity to do it. See, I managed to get it, but that's just a lot of fiddling around while you're driving. Yeah, see, I managed to get it. Let's add 16. Ah, that would have been good. I would have been at least in 10th from 23rd. Yeah, you can feel all this bumps in the pit. Going over everybody's pit lane. Go, 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 go. Fill it. I stopped short. Come on. Don't change anything.
Mandatory stop is now clear.
Go, go, go.
Let's go, 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 go.
Come on, come on, come on. That was such an amateur mistake of having my quali fuel. I could have at least maybe finished 9th, 10th, considering I wasn't able to qualify. I'm gonna have to try that FSR, see how much of a difference that makes. Actually, I'll take this car and I'll enable the FSR on the same track just so we can see, because we've been running this for the past 20 minutes, so we'll know. I think that's where it's going to come in handy with this new physics of force feedback, is that when you're riding those curves on the edge, you're going to know just how much you can, you know, to what limit you can push it. There's a couple, I might be able to catch them. Darn. You feel helpless when you can't turn in. I have 4 minutes to try and catch these two. I was actually going to pre-order this BMW wheel, but my heart's more set on the Bentley. I really like this one, but I think something about the Bentley wheel that I really like. I like that display, that floating display in the center. Hopefully they make a mistake. Maybe I can catch this guy.
Falling behind to the car in front in sector 2. Warning for exceeding track limits.
Fair enough. Oh, this corner is the worst, trying to do that with that much damage on the front. Yeah, I need to get my pace up. That's one.
Yellow flag ahead. Be careful.
Oh. Oh, he was a back marker. Getting lonely out here with the guys in front so far ahead and guys behind so far back. Just trying to take a different line to try and see if I can
Leaders on final lap.
turn in a bit tighter. That's the one thing I think ACC needs is a damage widget, just so you can at least see how much damage you have and where it is. So I know it's in the front, I just don't know if it's my front right or front left. So from 23rd to 10th, and because I made the mistake of not putting my race fuel in, I had to pit. And back out 13, not bad. All right. Okay, so what we're gonna do is let's quit out of this. And we'll go turn on FSR because we want to see what that kind of an effect that has. Let's go back to single player practice. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so we're going to go in here. We'll leave DLSS. We'll leave this all. So what is there's quality, ultra performance, performance, and balance. So we'll leave it at balance. That's fine. So we'll enable FSR and see FSR sharpness. I'll leave it the default setting. So that, you know, this was the default was balanced and 0% of sharpness. So this, the default is quality and 80%. So we'll leave that out. We'll try that. I think personally, I think DLS is going to be better. Obviously with the NVIDIA card, I don't know how well FSR is going to work this. So we're in the same track. So let's do the exact same thing. Just take one lap around, just quick lap, see what the difference is. So I did notice that the DLSS was a bit smoother, as far as like graphically a bit smoother.
Green light. Go, go, go.
Okay, let's stop here and we'll just switch between both with this view. We need a better view to see all the interior. Let's go back to the first cockpit view. Okay. So that's FSR on. Let's do DLS on enabled at the same thing. Okay, let's go back. I'm going to switch it again real quick to FSR. I don't have a lot of experience with FSR, but we'll see. Yeah, what I'm noticing is I'm getting these micro stutters. I don't know if you're seeing that, but yeah, it's when I'm turning these corners, I'm seeing these little micro stutters. Yeah, I don't know. I think for me, it's going to be DLSS. Let's do the sharpness. Yeah, I can feel it right away. I see it right away. It's making it's much smoother. Well, this perfect corner to go through to see. Yeah, definitely a lot smoother. Okay, cool. So let's done with that. I want to take out a car that I'm used to driving and see how much of a difference there is. This car feels great. So let's see the Bentley. No, let's take up my Aston here. That's my Aston Martin. That's the one I like to run. A little bit of metallic, a little bit of red. Okay, so we'll go on the same track. I've just spent last little bit running it, so I'll know right away the feeling. Load my profile. Let me load my Fanatec profile to make sure my lights are working, which doesn't make much difference for you guys, but for me.
Green light, go, go, go.
Temperature's already at a decent higher temps, so yeah, it's exactly what I thought. I thought I would start to feel a lot more of the finer details, and that's exactly what's coming through. And my car feels a little bit more alive. Feels like it's like there's just a little curve. Yeah. Especially going through the corners. Love it. I want to see what loss of grip, what it feels like. A bit easier to control. Usually if you hit the grass, I mean, you're pretty much done. Try it. Feels great. So if you're running a CSL DD, you could probably go with the settings that I have. But what I would do is, like I've done with the DD wheel, I just boosted this to 66. I can't remember on my DD what on my CSL. I think the CSL DD is 80, I believe. You might be able to boost that up a little bit more, but you could probably get away with adding a little bit of minimum force, just because those details are really great to feel, and through the DD it comes really nicely through. But maybe even with like a CSL Elite or a CSW, any of the belt-driven wheels, maybe add a bit more of that minimum force so you can feel those details come through. I think I'm going to drop this. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to mess around with the damper to find out where the the sweet spot is with that. But again, I'm running the 100% dynamic damping. I find that works perfect for that in game, and I just shut it off in Fanatec. So here, the only change I've done so far, and that's just after spending maybe an hour or so, 2 hours with the new update, is I've boosted my gain to 66. Everything else on my wheel settings are exactly the same. And yeah, so I'm gonna go back out here. or where, not the rating, there's new stats. There was something about the stats that were updated. No. Can't remember. I thought I was reading something on the update that there was something that changed in the stats. Let me quickly, I thought I made a note of it. Hold on a second here. New. No update there. Added option to clear. Oh, wait a second. Okay, so here, stats. Oh, okay. So they added the option that you can clear it. Okay. Which I don't want to. I don't know why. Well, I guess, you know, some people might want to clear that, but you'll lose all your, you know, all your details of all the races that you've done on that track or in that car. So you can delete them now. I don't want to delete them though. So this are all the brands hatched. So if you go based on your track, you can go through and delete all your details from your previous races per track. So yeah. Okay. Yeah, and then yeah, so really it's just the biggest thing in this, aside from the 2021 so you can go in here and create a new season. So you can select your, you know, British GT, but you can do the open series now. So you can check which groups you want to add: GT3, GT4, the 2018 Cup, Super Trofeo. So the open season really allows you to kind of tailor it exactly the way you want, which is really great for people doing league races and stuff. So that gives you, you know, a lot more flexibility in how you can set up your league races. Obviously the circuits are there. Yeah. But yeah, so that's new championship. So that open season is all throughout. So it's in single player, it's in championship as well. So again, the way they've broken up, I like this new layout. It's a lot cleaner. It's a lot easier to select rather than just going through and selecting, you know, based on the tag. So here you have your 2018, 19, 20, and 21 series. Then you have obviously the DLC and all the new liveries and you know, things that have been added are based on if you actually have the DLC. So, you know, if you have the GT4, or the British GT, or the GT Challenge. But again, so they've added the open series here. So that's another great thing to see. Special events. Oh, we do have two new special events for season 11. So they do have one on the Circuit Barcelona with the BMW. And then they have the Brands Hatch, which is the Audi R8. So those are the two. Obviously, you can go back to your previous events, but if you want to do this one, because people got times on there already. But again, just a quick rundown. So the biggest thing here is adding the 2021 championship. So all the liveries and everything of that. Adding the BMW M4 GT3. A massive, massive upgrade to the physics and force feedback. That's you know, been a big talking point for this whole update 1.8. I think the last major change was what, back in 1.4, I believe. If I think back, I think 1.4 was really the last major update that was done to Assetto Corsa. And then again, all those you know, the graphic additions from the DLSS, the FSR, the upgrade of the Unreal Engine, which, you know, I'm going to spend more time kind of tweaking my settings again and kind of trying to find the best, you know, trade-off, a happy medium to get really good looking graphics, but also take advantage of a lot of the new graphical features. So that's been a big thing. But honestly, if this is anything to go by, and I'm thinking about Assetto Corsa, the non-competizione, Assetto Corsa, the original, thinking about when that next version comes out, it's got me really, really excited. And I mean, I know it's a ways off, but if what they've done to this game since the initial early access to now is unbelievable. I mean, I think it's really, really great what they've managed to do. You know, just all the little things that they've been tweaking here and there. If they could do one thing, is to actually have the mouse enabled during your race, so you can properly select whether to not fix or not change tires instead of trying to fiddle through that. Like I said, that's just kind of the most frustrating part, is when I'm racing and I'm like, I don't want to fix my damage. I don't want to fix anything because it could be very minor or any little thing like that. Trying to navigate that, can get frustrating. So if you're listening, please add that. Make it easier to navigate while you're driving. But yeah, again, I think this is a really, really cool update. I'm going to go through and let's just take a look. I'm going to probably take a couple more cars out. Actually, you know what? No, I've had enough of the BMW for now. Let's check here. Where should we go? Let's do... I love Kyalami. Probably one of my favorite tracks. Snetterton. Imola is another one of my favorite tracks. I think... you know what? They should... Honestly, I think they should remove Monza for at least 1 month. Remove Monza from Assetto Corsa, because every multiplayer session you look at is Monza. Like, why? Monza. It's always Monza. I mean, actually, we're starting to see a little bit more Spa, but yeah, I mean, I don't know why. And it was kind of funny listening to them talk at the Sim Racing Expo, saying how, as the users have always been asking for new tracks, new cars, but yet everybody keeps running Monza. That was kind of an interesting insight to listen to when they were talking about that. But yeah, I think really, I mean, I don't know what else they're going to do aside from add some really, some of the other tracks like Coda and Magni Cool and some of the other tracks that are on the GT3 circuit, GT3, GT4s, maybe a surprise GT2 would kind of be fun, just as an addition. I know it's not a current series at all, but that'd be fun to have while you're doing GTs. But again, yeah, really cool. What else have they done? Nothing else that I can see. We went through all this already. Let's think of nothing in hot lap, hot stint, quick race. So these are all custom race weekend. Yeah, see, they're all, again, like I said, pretty much it's all been force feedback and physics, the biggest thing in some of the graphics. But again, yeah. So I'm going to probably mess around a bit offline and try and find some more tweaks so that I can get the best out of this new update. But I hope you enjoyed a quick look at that 1.8 update in Assetto Corsa. And until next time, guys, I appreciate you supporting the channel, watching, and hanging out. All right, take care.
Green light, go, go, go.